back, and I'm trying something kind of different today. Trying a different setup, trying, spice things up, change things around. We'll see how it works. I watched, I mentioned this yesterday, I watched the newest episode of the new Disney Plus series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Not sure if I love it, not sure if I hate it, but I have some thoughts, so I'm going to share them with you. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
Okay, so as usual, whenever I change anything, things get kind of messed up. So that's what happened now. So sorry about that. It's gonna keep happening. It's a thing. I guess it's my thing now. But before we get into it, let me just give a quick reminder that any comments, questions, or see, it's happening again. Son of a bitch. Let me just see if I can fix that real quick. Fixed. All right. So any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World, streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at Super Dario World at 8ish. Today I was beyond late because again I was changing stuff up. Not sure if it's working out. To be honest, not sure if it's working out, but work in progress. We'll see if it sticks or not. But like I said, Tuesdays are Taco Tuesdays, where Eric joins me and we talk anime. Next week we will be talking about my teen romantic comedy Snafu. If you want to join us in the chat or anything. And this Friday at noon we will be doing a gaming stream. He told me about something that sounded kind of cool about a Pokemon game, and I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot. And a randomizer for Pokemon Fire, count me in. And so we're gonna give that a shot too. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, testing stuff out. Anyway, let's focus on what we probably came here today, and that's the new TV show, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So let me just set that up here on screen. So there you go. Overall, let me see. First, we're gonna do spoiler-free stuff. Overall, there's one big reason why I'm gonna keep watching the show. I didn't love it. I need to put this out there. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I didn't feel like it was anything special. Because I don't care about the Falcon or the Winter Soldier. Their sidekicks have never really been that big of a sidekick guy. I never really liked Robin either. I don't hate him. I don't love him. It's just like, yeah, you're the sidekick. I'm here for the main guy. I'm not here for the sidekick. So whatever. These two have always been sidekicks, at least in my mind. And so I never really cared that much about them. So having I'll give it to you this way. Neither of them were big enough to have their own show. And the proof of this is that they have to share a show. So proof is in the pudding right there. They're not big enough anyway. But they did have the potential of making like a kick-ass spy show. Like I've always said that one of my favorite MCU movies is Captain America the Winter Soldier. And it's because it doesn't feel like a superhero movie. It feels like a spy movie that has Captain America in it. And it's great. And a lot of the characters that appear in that movie will appear in this show. So I was excited about that. And there's another reason why I was excited about it is I read an article recently, and let me just find it here real quick, that says, okay, so the Falcon and the Winter Soldier tie into multiple MCU projects. And so this is, I guess this is considered, Kevin Feige talked about this, who was one of the heads of, the president of Marvel Studios, and this could be a spoiler arena, so heads up. I don't think it's a spoiler arena, but whatever. We have a future charted for characters post Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but I don't want to say much more about that. I can think of 3 that I'm not allowed to talk about. So when he's talking about what projects they're going to be connected to, and he says he can think of 3, and he's not about to talk about it. So I don't know why they even say the thing about, spoiler arena, I guess. I don't know. Better safe than sorry. But yeah, so that's the big thing that actually is like, fine, I have to watch the show. But do I have to review it, though? Like, do I have to actually spend time and energy in doing it? And so far, I'm not convinced that it's worth doing a whole summary over. Like, you know how I did with WandaVision, all that stuff. I went episode by episode, like, oh, this, and like a quick summary of the show. I don't feel like doing it with this one. It hasn't really caught me yet. I enjoyed some things, but overall, I didn't care much about it because it wasn't a superhero show, and it wasn't a spy show either. So it was weird. You got to see more of the life of Falcon and Winter Soldier that I didn't, and it was in a way that I didn't really care about. Like the Falcon decided not to be Captain America, and so he's going to try to save his family's business, which is all right, except make me care a little, I guess. I don't care about that. You're the Falcon. I want like a certain specific things that I want to see from the Falcon, and that's kicking ass and taking names. On the other hand, we have Bucky, who's basically going to therapy and trying to make amends for what he did as a Winter Soldier. But correct me if I'm wrong. The dude was under mind control when he did it, so he didn't do it. So they're treating him kind of like if he was, like a recovering addict or something, or trying to make amends and all that stuff. But the dude was under mind control. Like they should be treating him more like somebody who's sick with schizophrenia or something like that. So again, weird stuff. Weird stuff. Not sure how I feel about it. And it never caught me. I never really felt like there was a big bad enough to keep me interested. I don't know. So I decided, you know what, I'm gonna try something a little bit different. And this is wild, and I don't know if it's gonna cut my stream off because it might potentially could. So I decided, you know what? Okay, I'm just gonna put the Disney Plus player here, and I'm just gonna skip through it real quick. That way I don't have to take pictures of anything, and I could just go through the summary really quickly. Because again, I don't want to make any extra effort for this show because this show has not proven to be worthy of any extra effort yet. It could be. I don't think so. So here you go. I'm just gonna do this like full screen, and there you go. You can see this is actually the player. I'm not gonna press play. You're not gonna hear any audio. I'm just gonna skip really quickly. I'm gonna tell you what happens. So summary of the episode. Anthony Mackie is deciding whether or not he wants to be Captain America. He decides not to, and so he doesn't wear the shield, and he goes out on a mission. Now, this mission is actually kind of stupid. I mean, he boards a plane and to stop a group of terrorists, I guess. And I thought it was weird how he sneakily broke into a plane. I don't know how you can sneakily break into a plane, but whatever, he did it. And as he's breaking in, I'm guessing since it's a cargo plane, there's no air pressure, and so he can do it easily. And here's the weird part. The fight, Anthony Mackie gets owned by some random dude, like some random nameless dude. And you're like, dude, you're supposed to be a superhero, right? You fought Thanos, you fought aliens, and you're getting owned by some no-name rando. At least he doesn't have a name so far. And that's where you're like, fucking... I can understand you getting your ass kicked by Ant-Man in the Ant-Man movie. I can understand it. Also because Scott Lang is kind of cool, and Ant-Man is also kind of cool, and he can crawl up people's butts and expand and kill them. That's kind of OP. But getting your ass kicked by a random nobody and letting him escape and all this stuff is weird. And then this dude just kicks Falcon out of the way and changes like the fastest I've ever seen anybody change, and it leads to this whole chase out in the sky, whatever. The choreography is whatever. I was not particularly impressed by it, but effects, action, and they're trying to show like, oh, this is what you're gonna see on the show. It's not what you're gonna see on the show. So there's like a lot of action going around, and eventually Falcon ends up saving the day, not breaking down like any treatise and stuff. Then we get introduced to his sidekick, whose name honestly I do not remember. But they're looking into a group called a group of hacker terrorists, I guess, or online activists called the Flag Smashers. Who knows what they are yet? Who knows what they do? But I guess that's going to be the bad of this show, at least potentially for now. Okay, so Anthony Mackie goes. Well, then the Falcon does a ceremony where he gives up the shield of Captain America. He has the opportunity to take it. He doesn't want to take it, and War Machine is like, dude, what the fuck? Why didn't you take the shield? And he's like, I don't think I was worthy of it. It belongs to Steve. And he's like, all right, whatever. We'll go do your thing. And so that's when I believe we go into a flashback from Bucky, where he's, the Winter Soldier, and he kills a dude. And then he kills another dude who was there just as a witness. And he wakes up and we realize, oh, this is a nightmare. So then we see him in therapy. And like I said, the therapy stuff is a weird angle for him. because he says that he was happy in Wakanda. And why didn't he just stay in Wakanda if he was happy in Wakanda? I would have stayed in Wakanda if I'm happy in Wakanda, but whatever. He decided to come back to America, even though he doesn't have any friends. And his own, well, I guess the Falcon could be kind of considered a friend because they were friendly by the end of Avengers Endgame. And all right. And his only real friend, Captain America, is either, I'm not sure if he's dead. I don't think he's dead, but at least he's retired. And so he's like, you know what? I'm old. Whatever. Leave me alone. And so he came back to America, even though he really doesn't have any more ties or any people to tie him to America. But whatever. They parted him, and he's like, all right, fine. I'm going to try to make amends for what I did. But again, it's they give a bunch of rules, and then they show him breaking the rules in a way, like breaking them. And there's this really bizarre scene where he takes down like a politician that he helped raise up. First off, I'm not sure how he remembers all this stuff, but whatever. Because I think it was pretty clear from Captain America that the dude's memory is not 100% there, but whatever. And then he just basically hacks the car and moves it around a parking lot. And this took her down. I'm not exactly how. But let me see if I remember the rules, because the rules were kind of silly. Like, don't break the law, don't hurt anybody, and make amends. And so he's making amends, and he has his own list to make amends, which, by the way, I thought the list in Arrow was a lot more fun, but whatever. And the whole, trauma. Here's the thing. They took stuff from Arrow, and they took stuff from Jessica Jones, but Jessica Jones and Arrow both did the thing better. Like, the listing was done better in Arrow, and the whole, PTSD stuff was done way better with Jessica Jones. Here, the dude just kind of seems annoyed, and it's weird, because, again, they're handling it, to me, they're handling it terribly. I understand the PTSD part. Handling with PTSD is okay. But the whole making amends makes no sense. The dude was not in control of his own body. Like, the dude is a victim here. So, all right. I guess they had to pick an angle, and they picked that one. I would have picked a different one. To me, it would have been more fun to explore something else and being treated as something else. But all right, fine, whatever. Do whatever you want. It's your show. Next, so this leads to, honestly, I don't even remember. Like I said, this is a very long conversation, and you can see you're like right up in their faces. All this conversation, it's like, it's personal. Not really. It's just uncomfortable, and it's annoying. So it's a very odd stylistic choice there. Then we meet this old, what is he? I think he's Vietnamese. I don't know, but this old Asian dude. And it turns out, spoiler alert, by the way, Bucky's going to have lunch with this dude. And at first, I was like, is that dude from Captain America? Was he in, in World War II? And I just don't remember him. No, it turns out that this dude is actually the dad of the witness that we saw him kill earlier on the dream. And so he's actually at the top of the list. He wants to make amends with that guy specifically, for killing his son or whatever. By the way, I'm jumping a lot in this story, and just because, again, not a lot happened. So I'm just going to skip a whole bunch of stuff. Basically, the old dude tells him about, the death of his son and how he wished he knew how he died. And he helps him, get a date with the bartender there, or server, or both. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. In the meantime, Anthony Mackie goes back home. The Falcon goes back home, and we learn that his family business is in trouble. We meet his sister, and we learn that she was not vanished. He was vanished, and so she's been trying to carry on the family business, which is a fishing boat, I believe. It's not particularly going well, but Anthony Mackie is like, no, you know what? I'm back. I'm here to, skip the wrong spot. So I'm here. I'm going to help make money. I'm going to help her. I'm going to help get a loan and all this stuff. Everything's going to go well. So he decided, this was a choice. He decided to not be Captain America in order to save his family business. His choice. Anyway, moving on. Here we get to see the date between the Winter Soldier and this. I'm sorry. Right now he's not the Winter Soldier anymore. He says he's not the Winter Soldier anymore. His name is Bucky, and so he's going. He's going as James Bucky. So all right, he's going as James. The date is kind of an awkward one, but I guess it's just going well until the girl starts talking about how the old dude lost his son, which is kind of a mood killer if you ask me, but whatever. I mean, I'm all right, fine. And so that's when Bucky's like, man, I got to go talk to the guy. And so he goes to talk to the guy, and he chickens out because he sees the picture of the dead son, and he's like, all right, I can't do this, and he leaves. This brings us back to Anthony. It's not Anthony Mackie. God fucking damn it. To the Falcon, and he's trying to get he's trying to get the loan for. He's trying to argue with the sister about getting the loan done. Next, we see the sidekick again, whose name I still do not remember because I don't really care. And he's in a meeting in Switzerland with the Flag Smashers. You know, the hacker dudes that I recently talked about that I said he was tracking. Anyway, so he's there, and everybody puts on a bunch of masks, and it looks apparently like a robbery, and it looks like this guy might be the villain. I don't know. It looks like a villain. Let me see if I can find like a still where he's by himself. That guy. No, God freaking damn it. I'm gonna have to find a better way to do this. You know, I might find like stills of particular guys, and then then I'll stop whenever I see him. Let me just do this real quick. So I'll just do it. All right, that guy. That guy looks like he might be the big bad. So all right. Well, you saw him. If you didn't see him, probably just listen to the podcast. Whatever, doesn't matter. So that guy looks like he might be at least the villain. He's at least super powered, and he kicks the butt of the sidekick. But the sidekick fortunately record the whole thing, and he managed to not get arrested. Then the Falcon tries to get a loan with the bank. The bank dude is like, "Oh yeah, you're the Falcon. I know you. You're a hero. Thanks for saving us. You're not getting a loan." And the Falcon's like, "Why aren't you giving me a loan?" And the dude is like, "Hey, you don't have any job history for the past 5 years." And the Falcon's like, "I was vanished. I got Thanos, man. Come on." And before that, I was kind of on the run from the government, because I was helping Captain America and be heroes and stuff, and we don't really get a salary. People just gave us donations. And he's like, "Yeah, sorry. Wish I could help you, but I can't." And I'll come back to this because they actually point out something that I thought considerably interesting that they actually don't explore in this show, and I thought that they would have. Anyway, so the sister's pissed and is like, "See, I told you it wasn't going to work out." And the Falcon's like, "I'm going to keep trying. Shut the fuck up." He tries to fix the boat. It's not really working. And then he starts talking with his sidekick, who tells him about, "Yeah, I saw this dude who kicked my ass, and apparently this is like the new bads." And I guess Falcon's like, "All right, I guess that's what I'm gonna go do next. Keep researching, dude." And then his sister walks in and shows the breaking news from the TV, and that's that there's a new Captain America, and some random dude who I first thought was gonna be Jeremy Renner was introduced because he kind of looks like him at first shot, but no, it turns out it's another completely random dude that I'd never seen before. And let me see if I can show him because I just want to. And there you go. So at first I thought from a distance it could be Jeremy Renner, but it's not. It's just, again, a random dude. And he's going to be the new Captain America. And again, the Falcon kind of upset. They're like, "Oh man, gave another Captain America." He gave up the job. Like, he had the job. He had the shield, and he was like, "Nah, no thank you. I ain't gonna do it." So this whole, cry me a river stuff that you didn't get the job that you already had and you decided you didn't want. So a lot of stuff annoyed me about this particular episode, about this particular show. And I guess I can get into it a little bit better here. So first off, I thought this show had a lot of potential for a lot of stuff. Let me make this a little bit bigger. So I thought they were going to take advantage of a few interesting things. First off, the bank stuff, where the whole loan situation. It's like, "Oh yeah, well, you've been vanished for 5 years. We don't know how to handle this." That is a very interesting thing in the whole world. Like, we haven't really seen the consequences of billions of people disappearing and showing back up overnight, like, in an instant. That is interesting. Like, honestly, just think about it in the real world. What would happen if the population doubled overnight? Overnight. Think about it. What happens to rent? Like, what happens to all the apartments that were empty for all these people? What happens to all the, I don't know, to all their property? I'm assuming it either got stolen or it was like, all right, well, I'm guessing they're dead, so it passes on to somebody else. What happens to banks? What happens to jobs? All of it. What happens to food? Like, if all of a sudden let's say your city has 100 people, and all of a sudden in a blink of an eye, there's 200 people. Well, city, all right, so your city has 1 million people, and in a blink of an eye, there's 2 million people. Food has to come from somewhere, and food has to. When you produce food for the people that you have, and you have services for the amount of people that you have. So there's a lot of logistical stuff that could have been very interesting here, and they didn't really explore it. The bank thing could have been pretty interesting. Like, the whole giving a loan to somebody who didn't exist for 5 years, is it really their fault? Do we have enough money to even go around? Did we have any kind of recovery with having the population, disappearing? What happens to jobs? We only had a finite amount of jobs. What, half the people show up? I'm guessing they were replaced by somebody else in the time they weren't there. What happens to all that stuff? This is all very interesting, and this is all not explored. So wasted opportunity there. Massive waste of opportunity. They did not really explore it in WandaVision. They kind of didn't have to because Wanda changed her own reality and they kind of got away with it. But here is these dudes are human. The Winter Soldier, and he's a little bit enhanced, but the Falcon is 100% human. So he should be dealing with more human stuff other than just, I don't know, losing his family's boat. And they explore that a little bit more. I expected a little bit more, and the angle that they chose was really boring. At least, well, let's say it wasn't special. It's not something that you expect like a superhero to be dealing with, or that's gonna keep your attention. I'm not gonna see a movie of a dude trying to save a boat. All right, I'm not gonna, especially when I was expecting something that was an action spy show. But whatever. Anyway, actually, you know what? I might, but it's Forrest Gump, and it's only for a little bit. It's only like a little bit. But anyway, whatever. Doesn't matter. Another thing that another thing that I think has potential still is here in this particular image, and that's Agent 13. She has not shown up yet. I'm very interested to see what Agent Carter's going to do here. For those of you who don't know who Agent 13 is, she's played by Emily Van Camp, and she appears in the Captain America movies. I believe starting from the Winter Soldier. She might make an appearance before, but she's the niece of Peggy Carter, who appears in the original Captain America. Anyway, that's not really here or there. Point is, I like her character. She's always been fun. And in my opinion, criminally underused. So bringing her into this story seems like it could be fun because, again, it's more of the spy stuff. I like the spy stuff. Winter Soldier, the Captain America Winter Soldier was great because of the spy stuff. Bringing her in could add that element, but so far I didn't see it. So there's potential here. I just did not see it explored at all, and that was annoying. It was annoying. It didn't really catch my attention. And the action scene at the beginning was not particularly great. The thing with the Winter Soldier was a little bit better, but still, whatever. It was basic bitch stuff. Nothing particularly special. The only reason why I'm going to keep watching is because, like I said, it ties up to the other MCU. Will I keep reviewing it? I don't know. But maybe doing it this way because, honestly, it saved me a lot of time. It saved me a buttload of time just going, like, fast. So, whatever. Whatever. Yeah, honestly, yeah, it was a whatever episode for what is so far a whatever show, and it had the potential of being actually extremely interesting. So far, I haven't seen it. So, my take on it: if you care about the future of the MCU and all that stuff, keep watching it. But I don't know where it's gonna go, and I'm not particularly excited. We'll see. Hopefully, I'm wrong. If not, I'll just stop reviewing it. I'll just be like, hey, another episode was okay, slightly better, or whatever. Anyway, that's it for today. So, as always, any comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at Dario the Show on Instagram and at Super Dario World, streaming on YouTube and on Twitch at Super Dario World. Tuesdays is Otaku Tuesday at 8-ish. I think Eric wants to do like 7:30. Whatever. But I'm still, like, Wednesdays and Thursdays, I'm still going to be doing 8-ish. I think the new setup works. I think it's going to be a little bit faster. Thank you for joining me, Bulldogs 1992. So what's up? Sometimes the chat doesn't show up on this computer. It's weird. I might have to have the other one here, and it might make things a little bit easier because it'll keep me like looking here. I don't know. We'll see. We still have a lot of things to figure out. But yeah, Saturday I already told you. Tuesdays I already told you. So yeah, that's it for today. As always, like I said, thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next time.